And tomorrow is Veterans Day. The nation honors all military personnel who have served this country.
There are 375,000 veterans in Wisconsin and nearly 30,000 of them in Dane County. One of them is on the cover of this month's Madison magazine. Joe Naylor served as an Army medic in Iraq, and he now works in veteran health education with the William S. Middleton VA Hospital. Joe, great to see you.
Great.
Thank you for coming in today. You know, every veteran has a story, and I find it interesting that some, like yourself, become outspoken advocates for veterans, and others never share their story after their service. Why did you decide to share your personal story with the magazine?
Well, I thought it was an interesting angle featuring veterans that have had some separation from active duty, and to talk about how some of those veterans fared, for better or for worse, after their active duty time had ended. So I thought there was an interesting angle towards that perspective. So I was happy to take part in it and to tell the story.
Some people fare better than others. Is that part of your work to help them?
It is now. I think going back to when I separated from active duty and pulling from my personal experiences as a recently separated veteran and having to navigate all of the benefits and resources, and then having that opportunity to work with veterans that are going through some of the same problems or trying to navigate some of the same benefits, that was really the impetus to kind of go in that career path.
There are 200,000 active duty U.S. troops in 177 countries right now, and Wisconsin has 15,000 military and reserve personnel on active duty. What is it you want people to be thinking about our men and women who are in harm's way on this Veterans Day?
I think it's important to realize that we're still in this fight. You know, we still have veterans that have active duty service members that are serving overseas, obviously, and we have veterans returning to Wisconsin every day. So it's important to realize that and to be prepared for those conversations, be prepared for those troops that are coming home, and to have a general surface level understanding of veteran benefits and also of the local resources that veterans have access to and that they have earned.
The vets coming from Afghanistan and Iraq face a lot of different challenges than the World War II vets, even the Vietnam vets. Why is that?
Well, veterans, you know, veterans are coming home every day back to Wisconsin, and for a lot of the veterans, and myself included, the battle didn't start until I came home. You know, it was a different set of circumstances, a different set of concerns and challenges. So that's why I think us as the public should be aware of surface level resources.
How are you doing personally? One of the powerful parts of the article is when you talked about you still have nightmares about your time in Iraq.
Sure.
And you're still struggling with that.
Sure. That was what I mentioned in the article was that specifically that those nightmares that I do have, those go towards having to return to active duty and having a young family, and the thought of leaving that family and leaving a career was something that stirred anxiety, and that's never really left. But thankfully, you know, with the support of family and friends and the VA, you know, it helps to get through that.
A day tomorrow to honor all vets. What message would you like people to hear about what they should think about tomorrow?
Well, what I'll be thinking about, you know, it's a day of reflection and a day of appreciation. You know, I'll reach out to some of the veterans that I served with and that helped me survive, you know, combat and got me home. For the public, I think it's, like I mentioned, is just to take a step back and to realize that we do have service members that are still coming home to Wisconsin. A thank you is a good start. But you know, really, it's in the action as well. You know, there's no shortage of opportunities to volunteer and be part of something that's bigger than just a thank you. So, you know, if it's volunteering at the VA or helping out with a nonprofit, volunteering with the homeless programs here in Madison, there's no shortage of opportunities to provide action.
Well, Joe, thank you for your service. Thank you for being with us today.
And thank you for your good work.
Thanks for the opportunity.
All right.
Great to see you.
Thank you.
Well, there's more at 4. First of all, you can read more about Joe's story and other local veterans in this month's issue of Madison Magazine, which is available now.